Hello guys, Chris here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing a GeForce RTX 5090 in one of the most broken games out there at the moment, ARK Survival Ascended. This one is the Founders Edition model of the card. You can see almost all of its specs here in Tech Power Up's GPUs. Some are missing because the GPU isn't out yet. And over on the left, I am pairing it with a Ryzen 7 9800X 3D and 32GB of RAM. Let's get into it, shall we? And let's go for the settings first. I am playing at 4K resolution right now using anti-aliasing set to native, resolution scale set to 100%, and the epic graphics settings. I'll just disable motion blur because it looks really horrible in this game. Okay, so to make the 5090, I'll call it 5090, we should go with a very big boy and muscular one, right? It's overall height, maximum body composition. Yes, this is it. This is the 5090. And something very interesting is about to happen when I click spawn there, by the way, because this game utilizes forced frame generation. You cannot disable it. I will disable it with a console command, but inside of the settings, there is no option for frame gen, and it's FSR frame gen, and it's not working properly. But at first, it doesn't kick in right away. So we're seeing real FPS right now, which is 30, 35, 40, 60, okay? And now, once the animation ends, we will see frame generation kicking in and breaking everything, and it will still look and feel like 30 FPS and 40s. Oh boy. So that was a massive stutter, just one of the many that we will experience today, because this game is more broken than game. But yes, guys, the frame generation kicked in, the frame time graph is all ruined at this point, and you can clearly see that this is not running at 60 FPS. And something weird is happening right now. I'm not sure if the game got updated and it's even more intensive right now, but we're getting very similar FPS to what I got with the RTX 4090 in this game, with these same settings. Maybe that was running lower resolution scale because Epic Settings defaults resolution scale to 70%, and you never know when it's actually running at 70% or 100% because the game is buggy. Like sometimes you set some settings and it just forgets to set it actually, and I don't know, guys. It's just completely broken mess. Even inside of the menus don't work properly. Oh boy! Oh, look at this! Like, come on! Can you actually work, please? I can't make a video if you stop for seconds at a time. But yeah, even if it was at 70% resolution scale with the 4090, which I don't think it was, yeah, it gets 70s over here with the frame generation, forced frame gen. That doesn't even work. That's the absolute stupidity of it. They forced frame generation. You gotta be kidding me, dude. This is way worse now. What is this? Oh my god, this is unplayable. Okay, it's probably just rendering some things because UE5 does it on the fly. This game doesn't preload shaders, but I have never seen it this bad before. This is absolutely crazy and terrible. Wow. Anyway, as I was saying, it's absolutely ridiculous that they force frame generation through FSR. They had FG from DLSS, the Nvidia frame generation, working fine on Nvidia GPUs, because I tested it back when the game released with that, and it was working. And then they removed that option, they forced FG to everyone, okay, FSR FG, and the FG doesn't even work, seriously, what the hell? Oh my god, dude! I give up. I can't make this video. Like, what I will restart the computer, but I don't think that will help. This game is so broken. Alright, so I'm back here. Hopefully those huge spikes were due to something else and not the game itself, but I highly doubt it because I've been playing with the 5090 in other games. It never does that. So yeah. Anyway, it's probably time for us to get it back to 100% resolution scale here. So now to disable FSR3 and the forced frame generation, you gotta utilize these console commands right here, okay, every time you launch the game, actually. Now it's at 100% GPU utilization, and well, compared to the 4090, that would probably get like 30-ish frames per second utilizing these settings. I didn't really disable frame generation back when I tested it. Let's guess. Try it. Yeah.
Okay. Why is the sensitivity so high? Is it supposed to be like that?
Yeah, it's okay.
Maybe the problem is you. I don't know. I don't see any stutters.
Just wait for it. Keep going. Keep walking.
I think this game doesn't like you.
Oh, definitely. Oh,
Oh.
there we go.
Here we
No,
are.
Continue.
Here we are. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Okay.
So it's not just me.
What do you want? I've seen 2 stutters. Okay, another one, but I don't see them sometimes.
Yeah, these aren't showing for some.
Oh,
These are.
These
See?
are. Okay.
See?
Okay, another
See?
one.
This game.
Oh my god.
I give up. That's it for ARK.
Okay.
That's it. I don't care anymore. This game is broken. It shouldn't be a game. All right, guys. All right. Deep breaths, Crisp. I can't get this mad. It's just it's just a very, 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 very early access game, right, guys? It's fine. Okay, so anyway, it's getting 30 plus at the very least, all of the time, 100%. It's at 4K native resolution, complete maxed settings. It's okay, right? It's ARK Survival Ascended. I was honestly expecting it to run like this. Yeah, it's a big shame that they removed DLSS frame generation. That's what it is. But at least we have DLSS still, okay? So I'm gonna try it with DLSS quality here at 4K resolution. And it's worse. Are you kidding me? Why is DLSS quality worse? What about ultra performance? Is it even applying DLSS? It is 60 now. Oh my god, it looks pretty awful actually. Very soft and noisy as well in the shadows. But hey, it seems like ultra performance is what it takes for this game to run with 60 plus FPS on a 5090. Usually with quality DLSS in any game out there, this will do 60 plus easily, alright? But not in this one, of course not. This one needs to be the GPU killer, the GPU destroyer. I am basically destroying the 5090 here, and we probably won't see a GPU that can play this game at 4K epic settings, native resolution for a good few years, just like ARK Survival Evolved. You know what's interesting, guys? I'm gonna set it to performance DLSS, by the way. When Survival Evolved was finally feeling like it was playable on mid-range GPUs and stuff like 4060s and stuff like that, you know, and it was getting 60 plus at 4K max settings on a 4090, they decided, no, people can't have good performance in our games. Let's ruin it by releasing Ascended. Maybe, with epic settings, performance DLSS, and frame generation, it would get us like 100 FPS here, if frame generation was working properly, of course, but it isn't. And the input lag would be way too high anyways with that, because the baseline FPS aren't at 60. Maybe with DLSS 4 it will be decent, because DLSS 4 with the new transformer model makes the game look a lot better, you know, even on performance DLSS and ultra performance DLSS is doable. But come on, for now it's a disgrace. This game is an absolute disgrace. I really don't like this. Honestly, if I didn't call Digimoon to come here and try it out for herself for a little bit, and if I didn't see it running smoothly for, about a minute before it started stuttering again, which makes me think again that this is probably just the shaders compiling on the go as we walk through the woods here to the jungle areas and stuff. In new areas it will always stutter, and if you've played this game for hundreds of hours it probably doesn't stutter because it's already loaded everything. But yeah, if that didn't happen, if it started stuttering again in the same place, I would probably not upload this video, because honestly, I'm only doing this because a lot of you asked me to test ARK. I don't really like this. I despise this game, honestly. The performance is atrocious. It's the worst ever, basically. Anyway, maybe we can play it on medium settings. Medium settings still looks really decent in this title, so let's try that out, okay? I saved it. Let's go to video here, and this is still with DLSS performance, but I'm actually going to go back to native. 56% resolution scale is the default for medium settings, and I'll need to restart to make sure that everything applies properly. Here we go. Can we play on medium settings? Oh, frame gen is here again to ruin our day. I don't really know what the point is of having frame gen enabled if it's not even working. This is clearly not 80 FPS. It feels like 40. It looks like 40. It just says that it's running at 70 plus. So you're happy with it, maybe. I don't know. It's so weird. And it's even weirder that it's been like this for months at this point. For months. Oh no, of course, medium would be with 56% resolution scale. So let's try it with 56% resolution scale. It actually, to be fair, okay, to their defense, or in their defense, the resolution scale that they utilize in this game is actually decent. All right? I still don't like the look of it. Okay, 56% is really low, but like 70%, for example, is surprisingly similar to the native stuff. And thankfully, by the way, if you want to disable frame generation, it's still here. The previous commands that I set are still here, so all you need to do is just this, okay? Also, look at how much smoother this is now that we've loaded all of the shaders. So those huge spikes will only happen for the first time that you are playing this game, okay? At least that. All right, I'm glad I kept on making this video because, again, I was really done with it by the 10-minute mark of recording, and now it's been half an hour. But okay, okay. Oh no, we've been here already. Why are you stuttering like that? Oh, damn it. Okay, well, anyways, in this part of the game, we are actually seeing a big difference compared to the epic settings, right? Previously, we were seeing like 40, and sometimes dropping into the 30s. So it wouldn't be terrible if it was an RTX 4060 maybe? Because remember, this is still at 56% resolution scale. What is the minimum? 0, of course it is. Yeah, they didn't even bother to actually make a minimum. So I think the minimum is 25%. Let me just check here. So 25%. Lots of artifacting on the grass as well. Now 70 FPS or 71. And if we go here and select like 1, it's obviously not going to be 1. But it's still lower. It's still lower than 25%. Look at that. Still went up in the FPS, so... All right, the minimum is probably what? 10%? Let's see. Yeah, it's likely 10%. I guess no, 10% is actually getting a little bit lower FPS than 1%. But that was not 1%, okay, resolution scale. I know what 1% resolution scale does to your visuals, okay? I have many videos testing games at like 7p resolution. So what about low settings, I guess? And these ones, I will also set them to low, and this one as well. Okay, let's see low settings. I'm gonna restart the game. It looks really terrible compared to medium, all right? And on low settings, we can... Oh, of course, it jumps up to 200 FPS. Freaking frame gen, dude. So at low settings, you can get high refresh rate experience, but at the expense of the game looking worse than ARK Survival Evolved, I guess, right? And you know what? Speaking of ARK Survival Evolved, I'm kind of in the mood of testing that one out, because this one is so broken, and I bet the other one will work much better. So that's what I'm gonna do. Also, the game is installed on an NVMe SSD, just so you know. Survival Ascended, yeah, it ran like that, even on an NVMe SSD. You gotta be joking. No way. What? It crashed, guys. I wanted to change the resolution, and it crashed. Okay, we're back here. Let's do high... Oh, I was changing the settings now and it crashed again. Oh my god. I could spend another half an hour trying to figure out why I can't change settings in this game, why it's crashing every single time I apply new settings. But I'm not gonna. I got more important things to test. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Love you all. Bye-bye.